What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you tune into the channel, check out the content. And with that being said, man, I want to talk about the Houston Rockets, man, because it just looked like they just got Kevin Durant, not everybody else on the team, but Kevin Durant to me just looked like he just got all of a sudden old overnight. He just looking he just looks slow, a step behind. He don't have that explosiveness, even though his game is 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 finesse, but it don't have that same and he's efficient, but he don't have that same, like I said, he'll dribble hard one time to the left, pull up, dribble once or twice to the right and pull up. And that was enough to get him by. But now guys are able to stick with him, be more physical with him, and affect his shot. So he looked overnight, he just looked like he fell off the cliff. And so I think the Rockets right now are in fourth place in the West. And with them being in fourth place and looking the way they look, it's not good. And I thought more so that how I thought the Rockets should use Kevin Durant because he is up in age. I didn't think they should log heavy minutes with him because it would show, later in the season and into the playoffs, it would show. And that's my point is it's proving my point right. Like Kevin Durant is not going to have enough gas to carry this team throughout the playoffs. I think that this team should have relied more so on those young guys like Amin Thomas and Shangoon and other people on the team, and then at points in the game, in crucial times in the game, you got a fresh Kevin Durant out there to take over, right? And so now the Scap Attack, right? I was listening to that podcast, and he brought up some interesting points and also some things that Kevin Durant said in his that I didn't really like. He's pointing the fingers at everybody else except for himself and making excuses when it comes to what's going on with the Rockets right now. So I'm gonna play Scap Attack and then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna give my comments.
Now, last night, they get the win against the Houston Rockets, the all of a sudden slumping Houston Rockets, who are basically the antithesis of the Lakers this month, in the month of March, where again, the Lakers are 8-1. The Rockets, the loss for them last night drops them to just 4-4 on the month. And their last three games in particular, below not good. They lose by 36 points to the Denver Nuggets. They barely scrape by the middling New Orleans Pelicans by 2 points. And then they lost last night to the LA Lakers in what amounted to basically a second half collapse, because the Rockets looked like they had this game in control, at least through basically the first 2.5 quarters. They were actually leading at halftime 57-51. All seemed well with the Rockets. KD had 16 points on 7 of 11 shooting in the first half, but then the floor dropped out in the second half for the Houston Rockets behind, I can't believe I'm about to say this, the defense by the LA Lakers, which has looked magnificent by and large for basically this entire month.
All right, so you heard Scap right there, right? When he said that the first half, Kevin Durant had 16 points, 7 of 11 shooting. And then the second half, and see, that's what I mean. It's because of his age and he just slowing down. And this long NBA season, I think it's catching up with him.
Minus the 2 games against Denver, even the win against Denver, their defense didn't look all that great. But Denver will do that to you. They are the number 1 offensive team in the NBA. But yes, after giving up 57 points to the Rockets last night in the first half and 17 to KD, things entirely switched in the second half, and the Lakers just absolutely swarmed KD. Durant in the second half ended with only 2 points on 1 of 5 shooting, 1 assist, and 6 turnovers. And that was while the Houston Rockets overall scored just 35 points in the second half and only 12 points in the fourth quarter. After the game, Kevin Durant was clearly frustrated.
I don't know. You gotta ask. I don't know. I don't know. I think we just gotta convert. Um, Maybe I gotta just get out the way, get in the corner, space the floor out for other guys. And I think just that when I get the ball against certain teams, they just gonna sell out and just say, we're just going double and play a little zone behind it and see what happens. And if we give open shots, that's cool. But maybe I just need to get out the way. Be honest, set screens, be able to be ready to catch and shoot, just space the floor out for my teammates.
And Durant almost seemed to be calling out.
So, all right. So he now, what teams are showing Kevin Durant now as far as defense is not. This is not new. This is what Kevin Durant, since he's an elite scorer. So they've been doing this to Kevin Durant almost since day one. But the difference was Kevin Durant was younger and he had the lift and he was able to beat that with his athleticism. Now is he can't do that. Maybe he can do it in spurts, but he can't do it like for a full game. That's why in the first half of this game he had 16 points, and in the second half he only had like 2, I think. Right? So it's it's more so a situation where Kevin Durant he's getting older. He's seeing the same defenses he's been seeing for years, the same schemes. Nobody's playing him any different. It's just that it's caught up to him, and that's where coaching comes in. Where you like a coach got to say, okay, well, this guy, he's running out of gas late in the game, so we have to restrict his minutes. So we got to keep him fresh. Just like what the Spurs did with the guy Victor Wembanyama, right? You protect those players against themselves. That Victor Wembanyama wants to be in. He want to play the whole 48 minutes, but coaching staff is like, no, we know what's best for you for the long run. And Kevin Durant, he may not be. I don't know if he noticed or maybe it's ego, but I think the coach, what's the coach name? Ime Udoka, should. Like, look, I got to cut this guy minutes back. I got to give him some rest and put the ball in somebody else's hands more than, just can't rely on Kevin Durant.
Coach Ime Udoka at times in this post-game presser.
I just feel like it just makes it stagnant. I mean, when I come across half and then, they wait on me to drive, but I know they come in a double, so I wait a split second. Like, I just think the whole process is too slow. And I just think that it's all on me because the team, when they see me, it just feel like 1-on-5, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? Because I see it.
All right, so he said the process is slow. And that's what I said. Kevin Durant, he's just not as explosive as he used to be. And I know people say, well, he never really, he'll go hard and elevate, like I said, hard to the left or hard to the right, elevate. And then that was enough for him to get a shot that he wanted. But now, because he don't have that type of athleticism. He got the length, but not the athleticism. And guys are being able to recover, or not even just recover, maybe just stick with him all the way through his shots. So if the offense is slow, it's because of Kevin Durant.
2 guys coming up out the corners to help at the elbows, and then guys at the boxes. And it's almost like a zone when I get the ball up top.
But hey, look at the bright side, Houston Rockets fans. At least KD is making these criticisms on camera and not from some burner account. I'm sure Get Off My Dickerson was on one last night on X. But look, full credit to Kevin Durant. He took all of the blame last night, and he basically just accepted that he has to be better. He has to come up with the answers and find some kind of a solution to halt this Houston Rockets skid that they seem to be on right now.
But it's on me. I mean, to be honest, I'm the offense, and the opposing team is going to use all their resources and not let me get comfortable. First half, I got comfortable in ISO, comfortable coming off of pin downs, pick and rolls, and they decided not to let me get comfortable no more. So I got to be smarter, better with the ball. I got to maybe shoot over some of them double teams, but like I said, space out, be ready to catch and shoot, be ready to be a screener, just be in the dunker spot, just being able to be there as a resource for my teammates to provide space, and I didn't need to have the ball as much as I did tonight.
And look,
all right, so like I said, and he mostly said it himself, right? Certain things, this is not his first year seeing double teams. So he knows how to beat the double team. He knows how to beat when the help comes from certain, if the help come from the left or the help come from the right, he know how to beat that. It's just that he's just slower now. His reaction time is slower. And, I think that coaching is going to have the coach is going to have to take the ball out of his hands some, and not even that, restrict his minutes until you get into the playoffs. Restrict his minutes and use him at certain times during the game. If a fresh Kevin Durant, is, in my opinion, is just unstoppable. When he got his legs under him and he feeling fresh, he unstoppable. So that's my take on it. Make sure to like and subscribe. Don't forget to leave a comment, and I will check you all out in the next video. Peace.